What's goody YouTube? Black Uchiha 3 here, back with another video. And you know what the dealio is. 5th grade Shinobi War video number, I think like 4 or 5 or some shit like that. What ultimately triggers Kawaki's betrayal? Now, as we get into this video, don't forget to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and we gonna get fly, because y'all my guys and gals. But yeah.
solemnly swear, from this moment forward, that I will never lose again. Until the day comes, I will never be defeated.
5th grade Shinobi War, Kawaki'S betrayal. It's going to be a real exciting video because it's a whole lot you could talk about with this topic. And I've broken this entire situation down into so many different parts of my head that even I don't completely understand what's going on. Now, there's a couple things I want to talk about, right? So I'm going to basically give y'all each step right here. First things first is basically what happens with Kawaki. So there's two things. Either Kawaki's betraying himself, like meaning that's his own conscience, because we know how people believe that he's under the influence of Ishiki by that time, or the fact is Ishiki actually ended up taking over Kawaki's body successfully, and that's him fighting against Kawaki. So there's that of me understanding or breaking down that aspect, because it can go either way. Whereas Kawaki betraying himself, meaning he made the choice to betray the Hidden Leaf and everyone else, you could look into the fact of, all right, so like, did Mans even have any good intentions when he put up in the Hidden Leaf at first? I personally believe that Kawaki is genuinely like acting like he's acting out of the own kindness of his heart. This nigga sacrificed his arm for Himawaru. He shed tears when he heard about Naruto's story and past. He understands what he has to do in order to get cooperation from Boruto, and he even went to as far as understanding and gaining a bond not only just with Boruto but with Naruto as his father and his ninjutsu master. So Kawaki's been through a lot. So saying he was the one who literally turned his back on Boruto, I feel like it would be a little bit more complicated than that. And I actually even have a whole nother scenario for that matter too. So it's like, boom, either Ishiki's taking over Kawaki's body, Kawaki betrays the Hidden Leaf himself, or Kawaki doesn't actually betray the Hidden Leaf, and it's just him and Boruto butting heads on a specific matter. Now, the reason why I believe that Ishiki isn't necessarily in Kawaki's body is because of the conversation that he and Boruto has, and that is Boruto is obviously referring to this nigga as Kawaki by his name, and these niggas are older, right? So right now, they're basically getting a whole lot of information about the Karma Seal right now flooding into them, and for the most part, people around Boruto understand that he is in the midst of being taken over by Otsutsuki members. So you can already start to guess then it's not that far off for understanding that Boruto will soon learn that Momoshiki is the one in his seal and behind his seal, and he's able to take over his body whenever he wants to. So Boruto will eventually learn that. We get to see 16-year-old Boruto still has his fucking senses. He still looks a little bit more fucking badass than he does right now, though. So that Boruto, that 16-year-old Boruto should understand that not only are Otsutsuki's trying to take over both his body, but also his brother Kawaki's body, but he should also understand that whether or not it's Kawaki himself doing those actions or Ishiki, because Boruto's talking to this nigga Kawaki and he referring to this nigga as straight up Kawaki. Now I understand the episode came out the very first episode. We had no idea about any other Otsutsuki clan members, let alone this nigga Ishiki. So obviously Boruto couldn't be like, why are you taking over my nigga Kawaki's body? So there can be that, but I don't think that's something that they did. I feel like they really thought this out very well through. Say it's still possible for Ishiki to take over Kawaki's body, even though I'm saying all of this shit. Yeah, it could be possible that I'm looking over the fact that Boruto asked this nigga Kawaki, right? He's like, yo, I didn't think you was willing to take it this far, right? Kawaki's only objective right now is to get rid of the Karma Seal. And Boruto understands that, and he told himself he cannot leave Kawaki alone after everything that they've been through. He can't leave his problems alone, so they're basically his problems as well. This was what Boruto said back before Jigen pulls up into the house, and he's basically telling Kawaki, you know what, we're gonna have to deal with this shit together, and that's what we're gonna do. My thing is, somewhere down the line, Kawaki goes to some sort of extreme measures because getting rid of the Karma Seal becomes much more realistic or much more closer than they actually anticipated. But whatever means they have to reach or go by to get to that end of removing the karma seal is something where Boruto drew the line at, like, you know what? We was really with this shit, and we was on this wave for the last 3 years, but Kawaki, this is too far. There could be that aspect right there, and that's me going into saying, like, Kawaki not necessarily betraying the Hidden Leaf Village, but versus him, Boruto, just butting heads on the matter. And I can actually see that scenario playing out, where it's like, Boruto's like, bro, it's been 3 years, you know what I'm saying? We've been through all of this shit. The village is destroyed. From the looks of things, I'm gonna go with Boruto has left the village, and I believe Boruto and Kawaki will leave the village together, not on some going rogue shit, but for whatever reason be behind it, they will leave the village together. And I will actually make a video on why I believe that to go down. Boruto's like, bro, you know, we left the village together. We came to the realization of, you know, we can't get rid of these karma seals. Who knows? Maybe even by that time, Jigen's dead, but this nigga Ishiki's still lurking. He understands that Jigen's dead, understands that you can't get rid of this shit, so, like, just give it up. You know what I'm saying? The shit that you're trying to pay, like, the cost, is just too much. So I'm thinking Kawaki's on some Thanos shit, on some, like, you know what, fuck it, I'm throwing my daughters off the cliffs, I'm getting this iced out wrist. So he's like, you know what, I gotta get rid of Naruto, and I gotta get rid of my brother. So that's why Kawaki's like, you know what, I'm gonna send you to the same place where I sent Naruto. These niggas wanted me to kill Naruto and you, but rather than that, I'm gonna just sail y'all niggas off somewhere so y'all life force just cannot be detected. And that may sound like extremely detailed for just the theory, but bro, that's how much I be thinking about shit, you know, because it just makes no sense for this nigga Kawaki to just turn flat out evil. He's not evil. I don't believe he's a bad guy at all in the future. The only justification for that matter would be Ishiki taking over this nigga's body. And that automatically leads to my next thought, right? Because if Ishiki's able, or even let's just say Ishiki does manages to take over Kawaki's body, it appears this nigga Kawaki still has his senses just as much as Boruto does. Like I said, they're both referring to each other by their names. Kawaki's calling Boruto Boruto, not Momoshiki. And Boruto's calling Kawaki Kawaki, not Ishiki. So they both have their full senses going on. Now, if Ishiki has taken over Kawaki at this point in the story, now then the question of, I didn't think you go this far, Kawaki, could rather instead referring to him attempting to go some way of removing the karma seal, but rather him saying that, my nigga, you hated the karma seal ever since we were kids. I didn't think you were actually willing to go as far as allowing this nigga Ishiki to take over your body. We still have to learn the context between the conversation. That short ass conversation that Boruto and Kawaki has. It's easy as fuck to automatically see, oh, I didn't think you go this far, Kawaki. He's talking about this nigga destroying the village. It's easy as fuck to say that. But then it's like the details that's going down. Did this nigga Boruto just sit there and watch the village get destroyed? You know what I'm saying? Talking about something I didn't think it was going to go this far. Boruto did not watch the Hokage faces get destroyed. So I'm still thinking, and I already said this before on the channel, I believe that it was a work of multiple, or maybe a different individual, or maybe someone who's even possibly in cahoots with Kawaki, or Kawaki just like, you know what, you can destroy the Hidden Leaf as a distraction. I still got to do what I got to do. Kind of on some Itachi and Obito type shit when they slaughtered the Uchiha clan. Nigga Itachi was slaughtering them niggas. Nigga Obito was slaughtering them niggas. But he was also collecting eyeballs and shit so he could have bad backup Mangekyo Sharingans. So on some shit like, this nigga Kawaki's like, all right, we gonna have to pull up on Boruto and Naruto so I can collect these niggas and dip. And then whoever is Kawaki's partner in crime is like, you know what, fuck it. I'm finna almighty push the fuck out of this Hidden Leaf Village on some Throwback Thursday shit. Rest in peace to my nigga Pain, bro. You feel me? There's mad different scenarios that I was able to drop in my head, and then it's even more crazy because all of these shits make sense in my head. But if I had to really just choose one and eliminate, like process of elimination, everything else, feeling towards Kawaki coming across maybe a extreme way, like some way like out of the ordinary way, on some shit like this nigga Boruto is not rocking with it, but he found a way to get rid of the karma seal. Either that, or he finally accepted Ishiki and allowed Ishiki to take over his body, and Boruto couldn't believe that. But either that, or he found a way to get rid of the karma seal, but the measures are so like extreme, and it's basically like this nigga Kawaki might as well call himself a villain if he's gonna go through with it. See, this nigga's convictions and resolve is strong. He was literally willing to go vase shopping when he was still had PTSD off of Jigen. He was willing to go vase shopping to fix a fucking vase for Boruto's little sister just to get this nigga to talk more about the karma seal with them. When it comes to his objectives and goals, this nigga Kawaki is gonna do what he has to do to get it done. Whether it's some hard shit or some soft shit like going flower shopping and vase shopping or some shit like that. So I don't see it being too strange for Kawaki to say, you know what, I don't even know, bro. Fuck it, like, you know, the only way I gotta get rid of this karma seal is to let the God tree sprout. I'm just making that shit up. I don't even think that's gonna be real. But he just be willing to do that shit. This nigga Boruto's trying to talk him out of it. So that's really why I see their fight going. I don't really see it being an initial betrayal of the Hidden Leaf Village because, like I said, bro, this nigga crying over Naruto's past. First of all, he didn't even want to come to the Hidden Leaf, so people could say he's faking it. But then it's like, why would someone who's faking it, like, they dragged this nigga to the village, bro. He didn't come. He didn't offer. He didn't be like, well, I guess I can help y'all out. He didn't mind fuck these niggas. He was trying to go his separate way. So it's hard. It's way too hard for me to believe this nigga Kawaki's playing everybody like a piano. Like, so if Ishiki doesn't manage to get this man's Kawaki's body, which I believe it's like, it's a 50-50 chance. If I'm gonna be honest, it's a 50-50 chance. But if he doesn't, I feel like Kawaki is gonna, you know, come across a different type of conviction and resolve somewhere down the line in his path. Because we see currently him and Boruto are going to be going through a whole lot of shit, especially starting off next chapter and chapters after. You already know how I see shit being played out. Maybe, I don't know, they have to go on a run, or their existence itself becomes so crucial and so dangerous that they can't even afford to stay in the Hidden Leaf Village. And you already know, like, by the time like chapter 30 hit in the Boruto manga, I've already accepted the fact that these niggas are going to be throwing mad curveballs at us, because we can't go like having Kashi Koji pull up in front of these niggas, killing Ao and then fighting Konohamaru. I was just like, bro, what the fuck is happening? And then you go like Delta literally pulls up in the fucking training grounds of the Hidden Leaf Village. Jigen, there's never been. Oh, Pain was the only villain. And if you want to count Itachi and Obito. But Jigen pulled up in the middle of the village in this nigga Naruto's living room. Right? And I was this close to believing this nigga Naruto was about to be left in another dimension. Bro, they are doing an excellent job of leaving me on the edge of my seat. So by the time chapter 30 hit, I made an internal decision to accept the fact that Boruto creators are not only like fucking mad curveballs at us, they're willing to surprise us, but they're willing to basically do some wild shit and go with it. Because the reactions they're getting from it, obviously, it's good. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, this is shit I'm not expecting, you know? I was not, like, bro, that's just based off of the way that Naruto and Naruto Shippuden was built, bro. The way Boruto's going right now, it's like, the way all the fights been going, it's like, bro, it's nothing of that nature. I mean, yeah, my nigga Itachi and Kisame pulled up in the Hidden Leaf Village. This nigga Orochimaru pulled up in the Hidden Leaf Village on some shit like it was out of nowhere. But the manner of this nigga, like, bro, my man's Kawaki was looking for the last vase piece that Boruto and Kurama hid, right? All right, because this nigga Kurama was in cahoots with Boruto. And when he was trying to fix the last piece, he told that nigga to sit down, try to play it off by saying he wanted to tell Naruto's backstory. Nah, he was just giving Boruto some more time to hide the last piece. This nigga Kawaki was looking for the piece, and this man Jigen pops up through his hand, bro. I say more? Like, unexpected shit is gonna continue to occur. So me believing that, you know, Kawaki doesn't even turn evil in the first place, and I feel like maybe even him and Boruto fighting, that doesn't even have anything to do with the bigger grand problem. Like, maybe their scruffle is something that, like, some shit that can be handled at another time, and Boruto's really just trying to get this shit out the way. Like, all right, I know you're trying to get rid of the seal, my brother, but this is kind of like the wrong time to come across a discovery that you're actually willing to go and take this chance, because we're in the middle of a fucking scruffle with the Otsutsuki clan. Like, this nigga Kawaki need to come to his senses, you know, or Kawaki's on some shit like, you know what, Boruto, I understand we in the middle of a war, but I don't give a fuck, and I never did. Regardless of what route they take or however they draw up Boruto's Kawaki's relationship from this point on, I'm gonna still get the same feeling. I'm gonna be surprised, because even I come up with all of these theories and ideas in my head, right? Once the scene or whatever the situation, the scenario comes into actual fruition throughout the manga and the anime, I'm still going to be surprised, because I feel like we're not even close to guessing or getting right whatever is going down between Boruto and Kawaki, in the context and content behind not only their conversation of sending Naruto wherever or Kawaki going this far, however, but just the Hidden Leaf Village being destroyed and us automatically being forced to believe it's Kawaki's doing. I feel like, bro, Boruto is gonna put like mad third parties in this shit. Meaning like great animes have great conflicts where it's like obviously it's gonna be the good side, the protagonist side versus the antagonist side. But it's a few anime that also has, you know, the antagonist versus another antagonist versus another protagonist. Like the enemy of my enemy is a friend on some shit like that, bro. But yo, it's too much to go down between figuring out what's going down with this nigga Kawaki. I'm really excited. We got mad more days until the next Boruto chapter. And I feel like it's been like 8 months since the last chapter. I don't know why. Is it just me though? But bro, until my next and official last 5th grade Shinobi War video, it's your boy Black Uchiha 3, long face, skinny body. Look forward to more of my content. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notifications bell, share the video with your friends. Momoshiki's Prophecy will be the next anticipated video on this channel. So look forward to me breaking down that and how it also revolves around the 5th grade Shinobi War. Not only that, let me know in the comment section below, even though I most likely will already still do it, but still let me know in the comment sections below, do y'all want me to make a video on why I believe Boruto and Kawaki will eventually leave the Hidden Leaf Village together. But until next video, it's your boy Black Uchiha 3, long face, skinny body, got no degree. Holla at your boy, I'ma holla at y'all. Black Uchiha out, yes sir.